Hi, this is Dave Chenault with Skylight Systems, and in this video I'm going to take you through setting up an app from soup to nuts. And let's just assume that you have really not used SharePoint much and you want to figure out how you would go about buying one of our products, SideKick, and installing it into your Office 365 environment. So what you'll see here is the main page for the administrator that if you've purchased Office 365, you should know how to get here. You just basically log in to Office 365, you go to your admin, and you will see along the top different parts of your Office 365 license. In this case, I'm just going to go to the sites because what I want to do is add one of the SideKick apps into a SharePoint site. The basic idea here is that we're going to transform a site that hosts typical SharePoint lists into our app. So you can see here I've got a bunch of different sites, and I'm going to go ahead and say New Site, and I'll give it a name, and I'll call this one, I'll call it A1 SideKick. And again, it could be anything you really want to, but I'll just go ahead and create that. And it'll take just a minute to make that site. So what's going on is basically I'm making a home for the new app that we're going to add into it, and it just takes a minute, as you can see. Now what I want to do is add the app, the SideKick app, and in this case I'm going to do xRM Pro, but it could be DCM, LPM, MPM, just SideKick Lite. So let's go ahead and do that. The way to do that is you'll see I have my basic page here, and I go to Site Contents on the left hand side. And when I do that, you're going to see that I have the ability to add an app right here. And I'm just going to click on that. And you can see it's pretty fast how to do all this. And what you'll see here now is I can just go right out to the SideKick store. And I have other ones I've added in the past, but I'll go ahead and show you soup to nuts here. And what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and find an app. I'm going to type in the word SideKick. And let's see what we get. Now what you'll see is there's a lot of different apps that we've created, and this other one that has SideKick somewhere in the description. It's not one of our apps. So I want to add in Pro. And I just did a search here. So I just click on that icon. And in this case I'm going to try it. Now if I wanted to buy it right now, install, I would just hit buy. And then it's going to ask for my Microsoft login. It would be a Hotmail account or just one of the ones that's publicly available. You'd give a credit card and you could purchase it. But I'm just going to go ahead and say try it. Also, if you wanted to buy multiple copies, you can say for more people and tell it how many you want. If you want a site license more than 250 or just for you. In this case, I'm just going to do a simple try it. And it'll take just a minute to find it. And let's go ahead, if you said to purchase it. And it just takes a minute here to go over and grab the information for it. So I'm just going to say, yeah, I want to go ahead and add this in to my new site. And it takes just a moment to do that. And it's just taken that in for me. And they're getting it as well. And let's return to the site. You can see I've just got it for everyone in the organization for 30 days, and I'm going to trust it. And then that's all there is to it. Now it's adding in the app here. It'll take just a minute to get all the code down from the Microsoft Store, load it into this site, which was this A1 SideKick site that we made. And in a few moments it'll be ready to go, and I'll show you how to do that. So we'll just give it another minute here, and I'll refresh the page to see if it's ready. And it just says it's still adding, so we'll give it another minute here. Now the idea is that when you come in, we'll add a link to the A1 SideKick site, and then there'll be a link on the side that'll get us right into the xRM Pro. So I think it should be ready now. Let's just double check that. It's still going along. It takes, sometimes it's faster than others, depends on the network, etc., what's going on. I'll hit it a couple times until we get it ready to go. And then suddenly it'll be available as a full icon when we get it all down there. And it's still thinking about it. There it is. It's all set to go. Now, if I wanted to see it, I can just click here, right here if I want. And that'll suddenly make that app available. And I think this is the way you should do it. So it'll take just a minute. It's grabbing all the code. It's making the code available. And I'm going to log in now for the first time into the new app. And just a moment here and I'll be all set to go. I know it's not too exciting to watch me type in credentials, but that's okay. This is what you have to go through. And make sure you get everything right the first time here. And then I'll just put in my password. And then what you'll see is I'm going to have my new site ready to go, my new app. It's initialized in the menu. It should draw it out for me here. So now I can start adding in accounts, tasks, opportunities, etc. I've just gone ahead and added it soup to nuts from the beginning. Now the last thing is, how do I get back here? It's a little quirky in this step because if I try and make this a favorite, let's see if I'm able to do that. And I've got a lot of favorites, so I make no apology about that. But if I scroll to the very bottom, you'll see I have lots and lots of things here in my favorites. I was just asking it to make that one a favorite, and what you'll see is it didn't. It's like, well, how can I get back here easily every time? Best thing to do is just to click here on this, the name of the site that hosts your app. Do it here. And if you make that one your favorite, and you'll see here it's added, I'll just say add that one to my favorites, and I'll call it A1 SideKick Home. And if I can figure out how to make that app a favorite, I'll post a new video on that. But right now you can see the way to go through it. And now if I let's say I go to msn.com, I'll take you through getting back into SideKick. So here we are at sort of the home page. Now I'm going to, that's terrible news there about the attack in Kenya. But now I'm going to go back into my favorites again. Be just a second here while my browser refreshes, hopefully. And I'll scroll down to my link here as soon as my browser comes back to life. Looks like there's a lot of stuff downloading here on MSN today. But that's okay. We'll scroll to that very bottom link that I just put in. It's coming in here. There's my A1 SideKick Home. And when I come in, you'll see my link. And I'll be right back at my new app. So there it is. That's the easy way to really start from the very, very beginning. To summarize, you go into your admin portal, and I'll just go there. You could do it from SharePoint as well. It's fine. And when you're here at admin, you just go to your sites. You come on in and add a new site. When you get the new site created, it throws it on the page there for you to see, and you select Site Contents, and you add an app. Go out to the store, pick SideKick in the search box. That'll show you all of our apps. Click on it, the one you want to add. You can either buy it right there or do it as a demo, a trial. And if you buy it right there, it's going to ask you for a Microsoft login with a credit card. And then all the steps are basically the same. It'll install it for you. You just click into activate it, and then you're ready to go. Okay, so if you have any questions, feel free to email me at info@skylightsystems.com. And this is Dave Chenault with Skylight Systems. Thanks for paying attention, and I hope you have great success with our products.